students that are sitting at home wondering, what am I gonna do with my life? I want more friends. How can I motivate myself to wake up this morning? Well, this is the video for you. Time to pack up your bags and enter into my intergalactic journey. Greetings, fellow insert fan base name, and welcome to my first video. I am going to share with you the top productive ways and ideas besides binge watching those TV shows you haven't watched since school started. I know you're doing it. So before I start, make sure to take out a sheet of paper, your iPad, a roll of toilet paper or a pen, and let's totally get started on this. So first, you have to make sure to brainstorm your own ideas of things you haven't done during the school year and you really wanted to do but you haven't had the time to do, and get them started now. Time manage, maybe add that in when school starts. So examples of that include hiking that mountain range that is local and you've been dying to do. Well, I would never do that, but kudos to those that do, because I don't trust people. Or cooking a new cuisine. Like for me, I'm trying to cook more Chinese food because I love Chinese food, but the authentic Chinese food, not the American stuff. So for me, I've been wanting to do a YouTube channel for a couple of months now, but finally during this winter break, I finally have the time to do it. And I've been basically putting off because of schoolwork, you know, that engineering life. But side note, actually my extra push to do this was due to unresponsive, or what I call AKA flaky people. You know, those people that literally don't respond to you or respond really late or forget about you, you know, because I am fabulous and I ain't got time for that. So my first and number one tip is to join a new social networking platform. Although my eyes are always drifting from looking at me to looking at the camera, so that's something I definitely have to improve. So I'm going to share with you some social networking apps that are unique, you may have heard of, never joined, or will eventually join in the future. So my number one is Connectful. I was able to find more like-minded people that are, you know, passionate about things. And mostly the people I was talking to were like entrepreneurs, investor mindset, which is something that I'm more like, and it's nice to meet more people like that. Make sure to remember privacy. Make sure not to share too much information about yourself, and make sure to do research on the people that you form connections with. And don't be afraid to ask questions, because that may help you. Story time. I actually had someone wanting to get me into social networking, which is actually illegal in multiple countries and only has a 99% success rate. But they didn't tell me the name of the product that they were selling. They didn't want me to do a Google search. Instead, they just gave me like this book that of course approved of network marketing, and it didn't seem sketchy to me, but kudos to the people that are part of the 1% that can actually do this. But I knew Googling it, I can't do this. This is not for me. So that's my story. So my second networking company is LinkedIn, which is essential from my standpoint, because it doesn't matter what major you in, get this app, please. Like, yes, connect with people and be able to easily apply to other jobs. And some companies may just post their stuff on this LinkedIn account, and so that's why it's essential for if you want that internship, because you know it's really hard during these coronavirus times to like get a job. You can totally get one in here in your major. And I know. And my tip for being very successful on LinkedIn is to follow random people. Yes, follow random people that you don't know. Doesn't matter, because literally I know I was afraid, like me hitting that connect button, that people would be like, oh my gosh, who's this random black girl following me? No one cares, honestly, no one cares, because that's what other people are doing too. And this helps you to connect with a bunch of people, and when people are looking at through your profile, see that you have multiple connections, not people just from your school, but people from all over the world. And you need to overcome your fear of rejection, because that's what will hold you back in life. My second tip is to engage with people. So on the home page is basically the page that you first go on when you're on LinkedIn. You're able to connect with those top of the line people in your field you never would have been able to connect with. You're able to connect with them on LinkedIn with the like, comment, that stuff, because in the future it may lead to something good, and you'll be very surprised who will comment back or message you back. Story time. I actually got a response from the president of the ASCE, which is the American Society of Civil Engineers. Me being a civil engineer, that's very big for me. And she was the 2009 president, and she actually followed me back and literally responded multiple times, like, to the roles that I added on my LinkedIn page, saying congratulations. And it was like really nice, like. Side note, always be careful not sharing too much information, especially on that resume, that you have, that you can upload onto your profile. Make sure not to put your address or anything, because there are some sketchy people out there, and stalkers, and you don't want that in your life. So definitely make sure just to put like your county or something simple instead of your address on that resume. But of course, on your resumes that you're doing for companies and stuff, you can put your address and stuff. Funny story, I had actually a couple days ago had a Zoom meeting with my dad's friend mentor. She literally wanted to help mentor students about financial literacy and stuff, and we had a Zoom meeting and everything. It was cool. She told me about her family, kids, and how overall her life was really interesting. I made sure to check out her profile, do the research to make sure she's legit, and made sure also to message my dad's friend to make sure like she's a legit person and stuff. Gotta be safe, gotta keep safe. So my next tip is KTOP or KTOP or whatever. I don't know if there's other fancy names for it. Basically, this is a South Korean instant messenger that's created. Sorry, I'm looking down constantly at my notes to make sure I do everything right. The option that you can like join random people's group chats and stuff, and usually has like a topic name, like example like multi-fandom group chat, multi-fandom in the K-pop world, like, because that's me, I'm a multi-fandom. And you can like click on that, and then there'll be a bunch of other people chatting from all over the world, and it's really cool. You get to meet new people. Another tip to use is Discord. Oh my gosh, this is literally my favorite networking app like ever, because there's like nothing like it. Nothing compares to this app at all. And it may be confusing at first, but it definitely helps looking at different servers and doing like a tutorial video about Discord, because it's really hard to describe, because again, there's nothing like it. And it also has the same option with like KakaoTalk, where it's an open like network server thing where you can join other servers from all over the world and connect. For example, I joined the science and technology one, which has like probably like a couple thousand people in it, and you can, inside the group chat, they have like different options, people that are just engineers, people just like scientists, data scientists and stuff like that, so you can chat with people just in that major, and it's like really cool. Then they have like an open lounge where you can just like talk about random stuff, and then they have like a music lounge where you just listen to music, and it's like really cool. Actually, a lot of influencers use this basically because they want to connect with their people more, because they can host like movie nights and stuff like that on there, and really get a more personal connecting with their scribbles. Which actually, make sure to follow my Discord below. So my next one tip is actually WeChat. So WeChat is definitely a good platform to form, especially if you want to have more connections with people from China, because you know China has banned a lot of popular apps and websites basically, and they use this, and it's just, the app is just so cool. It has multiple platforms. It's like a merge of social media aspect with the moments, like an Instagram. Then it has like the mobile payments aspect, then it has news, and it has like all this really cool stuff all merged into one app. Basically the only downfall is like a lot of the app is actually in Mandarin, like if you want to get into like the news and stuff. So that's the only downfall, but they have a lot of cute like emoji and icon things that you can add like into the chats that you're a part of, and it's like really cool. There's other apps worth mentioning, you know, that you may have heard of, you know, Instagram, there's TikTok, there's like RLL, IRL. The list, you know, goes on and on, but I just wanted to cover some of those unique apps you may or may not have heard of or have decided not to join, but I'm trying to convince you that you should join it. So my second idea is to learn a new language. Language learning something is really important. If your inspiration is to like travel the world, you know, and just not to speak to actually the people that live in the country. You know, one of my long-term goals has been to learn Korean and conversational Mandarin. Later vids I will talk about how that's going. And so overall, you need to make sure you have a reason for learning language, and then you won't have any motivation to continue it because you didn't have a reason in the first place. But for me, for Korean, you know, I really love like South Korean music and that a lot of the cultural aspects I like personally identify with. I would love to visit Korea and, you know, talk with the natives and people that actually live in the country. And also, if anyone's talking about me, I know exactly what they're saying. And for Mandarin, the reason for me is because my school, my university, a lot of people actually speak Mandarin, which I didn't know until I got there. And so, of course, me being me, I want to connect, but definitely be helpful since a lot of them speak Mandarin for me to learn conversational Mandarin. And also, a lot of my friends speak Mandarin. Insert WeChat below. And also, it'd be nice to understand like Chinese dramas without options. Basically, same with K-drama. Story time. Actually, when I was at school and university, we were chilling in the cafeteria, and there were a bunch of other people around. We were just like chilling after classes, and it was me and 3 other friends, which were both they're both from East Asia, and I was really comfortable with them, and I was actually talking, but I just joked and I was like, hey, I know you guys probably talking Mandarin about people and stuff like that, like people that don't understand. And actually in the booth in front of me, yeah, not behind me, in front of me, literally there was a bunch of other people like from East Asia or whatever. They were speaking in Mandarin or whatever, and they like literally turned back and looked at me and stared at me for a while. I was like, did I strike a chord or something? I'm like, what? Because my friends thought it was funny and everything, but obviously they didn't. I'm like, sorry to offend you. Yes, the Americans know you talk about us. I mean, honestly, I probably would do the same thing. So, and actually another story time is my friend from Jordan told me, actually acknowledged the fact that she was like talking about this hoochie girl while she was walking in the city with her friend. They saw this girl on the street with this guy, and she was like wearing like shorts that were like too short, and they were like making a comment about it, and the guy actually knew what they were talking about and turned around and looked at them and like smiled, and they were like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So my third tip, so that about sums up all the tips that I have of productive things to do as a college student during winter break. If anyone has suggestions or ideas or comments, you can on my next video, or suggestions on the video, you can please comment below. And also follow my Instagram, Neptune's Journey. to be updated on the things that I'm doing and working on, and I would absolutely love to be connected with you. Yes, you. So that's a wrap. It was nice for you guys being on my intergalactic journey, and I hope you guys have safe travels back. It was nice chatting with you.